Welcome back to another Pokemon Market Monday, your one-stop shop for all your Pokemon information. We go through last week's sales of sealed Pokemon products and Pokemon cards that are currently going up in price. And we do also cover any big Pokemon news like cards or sets that get revealed. And if I do see any good deals, I always try to throw them in here too. And we do have to give a big thanks to our video sponsor real quick, and that is Showcase Cards. Do you guys remember being a little kid when you guys used to carry your favorite Pokemon card in your pocket at all times? Well, now you can do the same thing with these awesome cell phone cases. As you can see, I am rocking the first edition Neo Genesis Lugia. I don't recommend putting something that expensive in your phone case, but you can put whatever you want in there. You can change it up every other week. They got cases for Apple, Samsung, and Google, so definitely check them out. And it does not have to be just Pokemon. I'll have all the links in the description. And then too, if you use the code BEARD10 at checkout, you receive 10% off your entire order. But all right, let's get into it. So it's currently 5 a.m. Sunday morning. I have to go to a card show here in like an hour, so I kind of bunch this up a little bit, but we'll still cover pretty much everything. So we're going to start off with celebrations. The regular ETB is bouncing back finally. To get up to 265, down to 230. Now last sold 260, 240, 245, 257. So that is good to see. And then the Pokemon Center ETB and the UPC are leveling out a little bit. Last sold 970, 875, 850, 849, 926. So it'll just probably slowly go to 1,000 now for the 30th. And then we got the Pokemon Center ETB. Last sold for this one is 390, 395, 410. Next, we have Evolving Skies, checking out the regular ETBs. Still slowly climbing. Last sold now 399, 399, 380. Still not a terrible deal, to be honest. And then check the Pokemon Center ETB. Last sold for this one, this is just the Espeon one, 780, 780, 795, 813. And then check everything else. Look at the Build and Battle Stadium, just going nuts still. Last sold 550, 547, 550. People laughed at me when I said to pick that up, which is hilarious. Also want to check the sleeve booster, see what that's going for. Last sold 62, 50, 58, 61, 9 of them at 58. All right, next we have Crown Zenith. The regular ETB is cruising again. Last sold 207, 220, 221, 250. And the Pokemon Center ETB also still moving. Last sold for this one, 470, 468, 459, 468. But yeah, everything's moving for Crown Zenith. We got the Galarian Moltres 10, market price 73. Booster bundle here. Last sold for this one, 110, 115, 105. And that is about it. The premium figure collections are right around $200 now. Next, we have 151. Look at that booster bundle. Last sold for this one, 99, 99, 94. 97. And then we got the regular ETB. Last sold for this one, 415, 350, 420, 423. And then the Pokemon Center ETB. Last sold for this one, 997, 950 with a small corner hole, 900, 915. Yeah, I have a lot of people who hit me up always asking how much like a little small tear or anything, drops the value. And we can see right here, it's not a ton. It's just, you're not going to get full market price for it. Next, we have Prismatic Evolutions. Regular ETB. Climbing, look at that line going straight up. Last sold 143, 110, 111. Let's see what we can get it shipped for. Probably have to go to the third page. 115. Check the second page. From a good seller, $110. And we got the Super Premium Collection. Last sold for this one, $299, $245, $245. And then, where is the Pokemon Center ETB? There it is. Last sold for this, $300, $399, $410, $399. Not too shabby. Booster bundle still around $55, and the surprise box still around $40. EV pouch right around $50. Next, we have Destined Rivals. Regular ETB right around $100 still. And booster box is still climbing. Last sold is $370 with a small tear, otherwise $399, $389, $397. So, I mean, this thing was $200 for a while. It's legit doubled, which is just really, really crazy to think about. And honestly, that is about it for Destined Rivals. We'll check the Pokemon Center ETB, but everything else is about the same. Last sold for the Pokemon Center ETB, $370, $369, $347, $358. Next, we have the Obsidian Flames booster box. So this is at 248 now. Last sold 315, 330, 347, 336. Next, Palday Evolved. Last sold for this one 475, 499, 485. Next, Twilight Masquerade Booster Box. Last sold 313, 325, 299. Next, Stellar Crown. Just showing you this one because every other Scarlet and Violet booster box is right around 250. Besides the Journey Together Enhanced one, that one's still climbing, but it's right around 230 to 240, so getting close. So those are all the ones that I didn't add because they're literally all right around 250 leveling out. But yeah, Stellar Crown, 253, 238, bunch at 253. Next, we have Sword and Shield. So a bunch of these are leveling out, but we got Battle Styles that is still moving. Last sold for this one, 300, 299, 299. Finally, Battle Styles getting a little bit of love. And then Chilling Reign's kind of leveling out. We'll check Fusion Strike. Last sold for this one, 1,055, 1,049. Another one at 1,055. Let's see what we can get this one shipped for Fusion Strike on TCG Player. About $1,045. That is just crazy for Fusion Strike. And Lost Origin, market price 820. That's leveling out. Last sold 799, 795. It's still doing really, really good because, I mean, these sets are not that old. Normally, it would take definitely a little bit longer for these sets to reach these prices. And Brilliant Stars is also moving. Last sold for this one is 539, 539, 539. Because seriously, I like Brilliant Stars a lot more than, you know, a lot of the other Sword and Shield sets. I love it way more than Silver Tempest. I almost like it more than Lost Origin. But that Giratina is tough to beat. And Silver Tempest right around 450. Astral Radiance 389. That's finally bouncing back because that went down to about 350. So not really a crazy ton of movement in Sword and Shield booster boxes right now. Darkness Ablaze booster box, market price 296. And then we got Battle Styles at 280. And then Vivid Voltage at 254. All right, next we have the Obsidian Flames regular ETB. Last sold 138, 149, 149. If you guys have the regular Charmander promo, make sure you guys check that. It is going crazy. We'll look at it today. Next, we got the regular Paldean Fates ETB. Last sold 299, 289. Next, we have the Paldean Fates Pokemon Center ETB. Last sold 498, 500, 495. It's funny, cases of these were sitting on eBay for about $260. That's 4 in a case, and nobody really wanted them. Next, we have the Black Bolt Pokemon Center ETB. Last sold 249, 220, 228, 225. That is disappointing. Next, we have the White Flare Pokemon Center ETB. Last sold 200, 187, 196. Next, the Shrouded Fable Pokemon Center ETB legit doubled in like 5 days. Went from $106 to $175, $170, $175, $190. Next, the Obsidian Flames Pokemon Center ETB. That sold 700, 700, 699, 667. Then we got the Stellar Crown Pokemon Center ETB. That sold 190, 195, 165, 185. Then we got the Surging Sparks Pokemon Center ETB. Last sold 310, 310, 298. Next, the Paldean Evolved Pokemon Center ETB. That sold 700, and the rest are all at 699. Then we got the Twilight Masquerade Pokemon Center ETB. That sold 215, 200, 210. Next, the Temporal Forces Pokemon Center ETB. That sold 240, 249, 250. Then we got the Scarlet and Violet Pokemon Center ETB. I still think this is like the best looking ETB. This purple just pops. That sold for this one 600, 450, 400, 399. That one is getting expensive. Same with the Koraidon version. Last sold for this one 441, 441, 500, 300. Then we got the Lost Origin Pokemon Center ETB. Last sold 305, 310, 290. Doing pretty good without a promo. Then we got the Silver Tempest Pokemon Center ETB. Last sold 305, 300. Next, we have the Charizard UPC. Last sold for this one 410, 399, 404. Next, yes, you are seeing this correctly. This is just the regular Holo Mew from Celebration. So if you guys have a bunch of bulk, go find the Mew. This is the only Holo that's worth anything. I guess it just sold for $750 in a PSA 10, which is absolutely crazy. I would never in a million years pay that for just a basic Holo card because even if there isn't a ton graded now, there will literally be thousands of these graded because this card is super common and there isn't a ton of cards in Celebrations where there are people sitting on probably hundreds and hundreds of these. I probably have like 100 of them. That sold 645, 440, 428, and 565. I opened up a ton of Celebrations. I probably have like maybe 7 ETBs of just pure Celebrations bulk. Well, yeah, this is just crazy. Same with these promos. Look at the Light Toxtricity. This was like $1 card for the longest time. Now that sold $9.59, $9.35, $8.25. Got one at $5.47. Next, we have the Mimikyu promo from Celebrations, the Delta species. And it's funny, the Hydreigon one is just absolutely worthless because there's 3 in the tin, and nobody wants that one. But again, this is a Delta species. And then, we got the Light Toxtricity. So these are really cool throwback cards. I've always been a massive fan of these because these are, throwbacks to the vintage stuff that I love. But here we got the Mimikyu. Last sold for this one, $17, $14.99, $19.59. All right, next, we have a ton of illustration rares. We're going to check a lot of the big ones individually, but we're just going to scroll through some of these because no joke, almost all of them are going up in price. I mean, we got the Charmander from $151, right around $50 now. Pikachu's right behind them. Squirtle's right behind Pikachu. Bulbasaur's catching up, all in the mid-40s. And then, Ghastly's going crazy, market price $56. Raichu, market price $58. Raichu was a $40 card forever. Tyranitar's moving back up. Eevee's moving back up. Bulbasaur's moving back up. It's just crazy. Houndoom's up a couple dollars. Even Misty's Lapras, who has been at $30 this entire time. Now market price $34. Ethan's Typhlosion's moving up a couple dollars. Persian's up a couple dollars. Latios is almost back to 30. Ninetales is almost at 30. The Ents Reshiram Journey Together stamp promo, market price $25. Just craziness right now, but here we got the Magikarp. Last sold $360, $279, $349, $252, $273. Next, the Seismitoad is bouncing back, which is just insane. Got up to $233, and then it got down to $150. Now last sold $175, $182, $165, $225. Next, we have the Groudon illustration rare. Last sold $99, $93, $99, $90. Next, we have the special illustration rares. We're going to do the same thing, check the big ones, but we're going to scroll through here just because everything's moving. Pikachu's almost back to 300. We got some evolutions from Prismatic Evolutions going back up, which we will check. And then the Charizard EX from Obsidian Flames. We got to check that one out. Finally leveling out a little bit, but last sold $115, $112, $113. So it's a $60 card, like a week and a half ago. Gardevoir, market price $139 from Paldean Fates. This card was a $70 card for ever. Now last sold $140, $129, $138. And then we even got to go to the next page. We got to check that Zapdos. Even the Moltres, even though we're getting that promo, going up a little bit. Market price $143. Now the Zapdos right here. Beautiful card. Last sold $90, $92, $92. Now more expensive than the Blastoise and Venusaur, which honestly is how it should be. It has 3 legendary Pokemon in 1 card. But my Milotic is going back up in price. Market price $94. I can see that card being a $130 card soon. But all right, let's go to the big boys. We got the Bubble Mew. Finally leveling out a little bit. Last sold $722, $664, $645, $640, $631. Next, the Team Rocket's Mewtwo EX bouncing back. Got down to like $339. Now last sold $397, $380, $401. Next, the Greninja EX. But yeah, this Greninja was $267. I told people, I'm like, that's probably the best deal we're getting for a while in this thing, especially after the Bubble Mew went nuts. Now last sold $385, $331, $350, $270. Next, we have the Charizard EX from Paldean Fates. Last sold for this one, $308, $318, $315, $310. Next, the Charizard EX from 151. Last sold $294, $358, $291, $290. Next, we have the Pikachu EX. Last sold $300, $284, $279, $300. And then here is that Leafeon EX from Prismatic. As you can see, going up in price a little bit. Got down to about $213. Now last sold $246, $228, $221, $274. Which is a little sad. I was hoping they'd get a little bit cheaper so people can actually pick them up. And then Cynthia's Garchomp going crazy. This was at $200. Now that sold $235, $282, $320, $250, $261. And then Ethan's Ho-Oh, one of my favorite SIRs, last sold $211, $191. 205. All right, next we have the Sword and Shield alternate arts. We're going to scroll through a bunch of these. We got the Mew V alternate art going nuts. Last sold 188, 189, 135, 150. And then what else we got moving for these smaller guys? Machamp V still right around 140. Aerodactyl's moving up a little bit. Market price 149. Love that card. It definitely deserves it. Let's check this second page. Selby, market price 78. Noivern, market price 63. Cards moving up. Last sold 95, 80, 52, 75, 76 for the Noivern. And yeah, that is about it. We'll check the big guys here. Next, we have the Umbreon VMAX. Last sold 3,499 for PSA 10. But then we have a raw card at 2,999. Another one at that price. Another one at 2,800. 2,622. That is just crazy. When you can get it shipped right now for $2,145. That's when you know it's 100% just fake sales and someone's just trying to make the price go up. Because if you can get it shipped for $2,145 and we got people buying them at $3,000 or $2,500, that's just crazy and makes 0 sense. Next, we have the Gengar moving back up. That sold 840, 678, 705, 750. Next, the Giratina got down to $491. Now last sold 633, 633. Got a model we played at 400. Next, Lugia V. And if you're thinking about buying a model you played at 400 and near mint's just 600, I strongly recommend just getting the near mint, because if you ever try to sell that card in the future, it's going to be tough to move. Because there's just a lot of people that will just never collect a model you played card like that. You know, a tiny bit lightly played might be able to slide, but yeah, model you played is pretty rough. So we got the Lugia V, now becoming one of the most expensive Sword and Shield alternate arts. Last sold 409, 399, 485. Next, the Dragonite V, same with this card. Last sold 377, 405, 440, 438. I've heard, no joke, probably thousands of people say they like the Vs more than the VMAXs. So it's good to see them finally getting some love and passing a lot of the VMAXs. Next, we have the Scarlet and Violet Era promos. Peach with Gray Felt Hat is still going up in price, right around $500 now. A bunch of the Pokemon Center ETBs are going up still. Mimikyu's are like right around 100. Team Rocket's Wobbuffet is over 100 now. It says market price 110. Magneton is right around 100. Just craziness. And then I gotta find the regular Charmander promo. That's why I added this. Market price $40 for the regular Charmander promo. Yeah, look at the Marty's Morpeko promo that people just slept on with those battle decks. I know it says lightly played, but last sold 42, 43, 44, and 49 just for the promo. I remember people sold me a few of these decks when I was vending, and I think they gave me the deck for like $10 or $15 because they just didn't even want it, which was crazy to me. And then we got the regular Mewtwo from 151, that promo right around 40. Even the Petrant Pokemon Center ETB is going up, market price $37. And then we got the Eevee promo from the Prismatic SPC. Last sold 36 for near mint, 36 and 36. Next, we have celebrations. So the Umbreon Gold Star right here. Last sold for this, finally leveling out 80, 82, 82. And I still think this card is going to get higher, to be honest. This card's not super easy to pull. Check out the Mega Rayquaza. Celebrations last sold 61, 60, 59. And then we got the Shining Magikarp. Market price 46. Last sold 44, 44, 39. Anything else that's crazy? The Mew EX says market price 25. The Zekrom, market price 22. Reshiram, 18. The Blastoise is moving up. That's what it was. Last sold 17, 14, 15. PSA 10 only $99. I still feel like these cards are also pretty underrated. And the Venusaur is moving up too. Last sold for this one, $10.89, $9.98, $10.50. 9 of them at $10.34. Next, we have Crown Zenith. Look at the Mewtwo V-Star. Literally doubled. And now last sold $180 with a picture, and $218. Then the Giratina, the gold one, moving up in price. Last sold for this, $240, $215, $229, $180, $240. And we got the Arceus here. Last sold $116, $120, $130, $129. Then we got the Gold Dialga right around 80, the Palkia right around 77, Leafeon V-Star is right around 50 now. Everything else is just moving up a little bit. Besides, we got the Mew from Crown Zenith, which is probably one of the cutest Mews ever. Last sold for this one, 43, 44, 45, 44. And then the Pikachu. You know, this is, again, non-textured card, but look at that line going straight up. Last sold 26, 26, 27. And this is a $9 card 3 months ago. So definitely have a bunch of movement for Crown Zenith. Still feel like Suicune should be like the most expensive card, but I am 100% extremely biased with that. Next, we have Trainer Gallery cards. The Rayquaza VMAX is now the most expensive Trainer Gallery, and by a good amount too. Last sold for this one is 118, 129, 122. And then we have the Starmie V, market price 100. So this card's also going up. Last sold 105, 101. This card just always gets to like 100, 110, and then goes back down to like 80, 90. The Umbreon VMAX getting a little love. Last sold 75, 84, 76, 72. And the Pikachu V, wow, that is getting expensive also. Last sold 70, 89, 66, 79. Super cool card. I just love how it's just clean. Looks like a picture right from the anime. Even the Pikachu VMAX going up. Last sold for this one, 89, 85, 84. And the Garchomp V, market price 61, Sylveon 51, Umbreon V 49, Mimikyu V 49, Sylveon V 40, the Mimikyu VMAX 39. Look at the price of the Gengar and Pikachu and Charizard. I think I just said this maybe 3 weeks ago. Or 2 weeks ago, maybe, I can't remember. But I think these are the 3 best Trainer Gallery cards that have no texture. They're also unique and they just pop. So checking out the Gengar here. Last sold 40, 39, 40, 38. So if anybody's sitting on a bunch of these, you know, Trainer Galleries, these used to be literally just a buck or two for these. And then the Pikachu. Last sold for this one, 32, 30, 26, 32. And then the Charizard last sold 25, 25, 24. All right, do we got anything else moving for Trainer Galleries? The gold card's going up in price. Look at that. The Rayquaza VMAX, market price 22. The Mew VMAX gold card 22. And the Pikachu VMAX 19. Those cards were also, you know, $5. Blaziken V, market price 23. We got the Vaporeon. Again, non-textured. These are definitely one of the better ones too. Last sold for this one, 19, 17, and 11. And then also, you know, the Flareon and Jolteon are going up in price too. Even the Snorlax where he's munching on some food. Probably my favorite Snorlax card, to be honest. It's tough to beat that one. Last sold 12 of them at $19.95, $17.25, $14.87. Next, we have the Japanese art rares. Just taking a little peek, seeing where a couple of these top cards are at. So their top card is the Pikachu from V-Star Universe because this card is super tough to pull. You can only pull it in a God Pack. Last sold 97, 96, 87. And especially now that the English version is getting some love. But this is one of my favorite Japanese cards to get. I know that's the lightly played chart. I don't know why TCG Player just automatically starts everything at lightly played. It drives me nuts. But I just love how you can only pull it in a God Pack. And then we'll check the Magikarp. Last sold for this one, 104, 105, 99. And then the Seismitoad is the third most expensive. Last sold 55, 55, and 53. And to end it off, we got some Japanese special art rares because the Bubble Mew is going crazy. Last sold for this is 450, 399, 359. And, you know, that card's going crazy because the English version is also going crazy. And then we have the Umbreon EX from Prismatic or Terrestrial Festival. Bouncing back a little bit, got down to about 250. Now that's sold 290, 263, 296, 265. And anything else that's going crazy there, Iono is out of stock. And the Team Rocket's Mewtwo, that's technically still going down in price a little bit. Same with the Lily's Determination. We'll check their Greninja. Yeah, still going down. Last sold 202, 197. So just a couple cards going up in price. You know, the ones that are going crazy in English. We'll check the Zards. So yeah, the Zards got up to 138 for the Paldean Fate Zard. Now last sold 199, 169, 180. Or for them, it's Shiny Treasure EX. And then we'll check the 151 Charizard. Also bouncing back a little bit. Last sold 200, 199, 204, 185, 183. Got down to like 175. But all right, that'll say it's Pokemon Market Monday. If you guys do like this content, please make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a like and comment. If you guys want to support more, you guys can check out my Instagram, my TikTok, or my YouTube membership. It's only 99 cents a month. But all right, I want you guys to have a great day. And if you guys want to watch my last video, which was another how-to video showing you guys how to protect and store your guys' Pokemon cards and sealed products, click this video here. Otherwise, we'll see you next time.